Hello, Padawans. Welcome to week 15. Went 10-4 last week, so it was nice to have a good week again. I haven't gone under 500 all season, so I've been going pretty steady, but the last 3 weeks were pretty challenging with all the divisional games and all the really good teams playing each other. Um, but 10-4 was better than almost everyone at the national level, and I am once again above everyone at CBS and NBC. And yes, that's a giant smile. So I'm pretty happy about that. Still lagging behind. I'm still struggling to get subscribers, so please like and subscribe, and share if you can. That'll help me grow. Um, okay, so I am in first place. Uh, I am 10 games ahead of Bowen from ESPN. Bowen is the only national prognosticator to beat me last year. He beat me by 5 games, so that's a nice 15 game split difference change. Couldn't think of the word. Sorry. I am 3 to 16 games ahead of anyone at ESPN, and I am 1 game ahead of Pete Prisco, and I am 3 to 13 games ahead of everyone else on CBS. So, not too shabby, huh? And you are in a very select few that get to enjoy that along with me. So, thank you, especially for all the people who have already been pretty loyal. I appreciate you all. Um, I will be doing a competition next year, so if someone beats me or whoever has the best record, whether they're above me or below me, I'm going to make sure there's a prize. It's probably going to include the $50 gift card to Penzeys Spices. I have to find it first. We moved, and there's a lot of stuff I haven't figured out where it is yet. So, and with only one hand that works, it makes it kind of hard to sift through boxes without a little assistance. So, it's going to take me some time to find that thing. I'm pretty sure my DPS card, my clearance card, is somewhere in the same location. I need to find that pretty soon too. My background check, the card that says I passed my background check for my upcoming career endeavors. Anyway, let's get to the games this week. So, thank you for thank you for your support, and hopefully everyone on here that is a subscriber already will make sure that you start doing the picks next year, putting them in the comments, and that way I can track them. I might just have people put the team they want to win in order or something. I got to figure out how to make it easy for me to copy and paste them into a spreadsheet so that I make sure that everyone who has been supporting me has an opportunity to get a little reward for it if you can come close to beating me or beat me. I wouldn't be offended if you beat me. That would be awesome that the people who support me are just as good at picking. All right, so tomorrow night's game, Atlanta at Tampa Bay. I have Tampa Bay at home. I am, I know that they're both banged up a bit. Everybody's banged up this time of year. So I'm not stressing over injuries unless it's the starting quarterback like Indianapolis, basically at this point, or Kyler Murray for the Cardinals, although who isn't injured on the Cardinals? Okay, Baltimore at Cincinnati. I'm going with the home team, Cincinnati. That was a toss-up. Cincinnati has Joe Burrow, and Baltimore has been struggling a little bit more than they should. Obviously Cincinnati has a lesser record, but they are at home and they have their quarterback back. So, Las Vegas Raiders at Philadelphia. I'm going with Philadelphia at home. Arizona at Houston. No brainer, Houston. At this point, I just want the Cardinals to get the highest damn draft pick they can get. Los Angeles Chargers at Kansas City. I'm going with the Chargers on the road. Kansas City has been kind of a mess. Um, Buffalo at New England. Going with New England at home. Uh, they kind of were stealth. I think New England is the stealth team this year, the one that they went under the radar. And in the NFC, it would be Chicago. They both have better records than I even realized because I don't look at records before I make my picks. Um, I know whether they're good or bad usually, but New England and Chicago have been surprisingly good. Although I think I jinxed Rome Adunze by having him on my fantasy league. Although I am in the playoffs. This week is the first game of the playoffs. So we'll see how it goes. New York Jets at Jacksonville, another no-brainer. I would love to see the Jets win this game because that would bump them above the Cardinals below the Cardinals for their pick. But I am definitely going with Jacksonville at home. Washington at the Giants. I'm going with the Giants because the Washington Commanders, I don't know all the details of what's causing them to be bad. I think they lost their quarterback a while ago. I'm not a fan of Washington, so I don't pay as close of attention as I should. And the injury reports, once somebody's on injured reserve, they don't list them. So I got to admit, I'm not really familiar with, because I don't get to see them here locally. So I haven't seen Washington play all year. So, but I can tell that they are really bad this year. And I think some of that might be that Cliff Kingsbury's penchant for not calling offense well is, it's what doomed him when he was here. But we didn't replace him with anybody better because we have Drew Petzing here. So it is what it is. Anyway, spent way too much time on this game. I'm going with the Giants at home on this one, even though they're banged up as well. It's two bad teams, and I'm kind of hoping the Giants win a game because, again, it helps the Cardinals. Cleveland at Chicago. I'm going with Chicago at home because, like I said, they're one of the better teams in the league, and it kind of eluded me a little, which, it's embarrassing to admit that some of these games, I don't have the NFL ticket right now, and maybe in next year I'll try to get it. But it makes it hard to watch all the games when you're just watching local TV. Again, on the Washington Giants game, that is, that's a toss-up game. So, be careful if you bet that one. Carolina at New Orleans. This is another toss-up game. I went with Carolina on the road. I just feel like they're a slightly better team than New Orleans. Detroit at the Los Angeles Rams. I'm going with the Rams at home. Between them and Seattle, I think those might be the two best teams in the league right now. They're definitely superior to anyone in the AFC, so if either one of those teams makes the Super Bowl, they're probably going to win it. Tennessee at San Francisco. I'm going to go with San Francisco at home. They are also playing well above their level. They have the most injuries in the NFL this year, according to the way they break down injuries and games lost. The second most injured team, according to that list, was the Cardinals, and that doesn't surprise me. But I'm definitely going with San Francisco at home, and it's Tennessee. I actually went from Joe Burrow as my quarterback to Brock Purdy in the playoff game this week because the Niners are at home against Tennessee and Cincinnati is against Baltimore, and Baltimore's a better team than Tennessee. So hopefully that pays off for me. And then Monday Night Football, we got Miami at Pittsburgh, and I'm taking Pittsburgh at home, even though Miami's been treating me well, and I thought about taking Miami, but Pittsburgh played really well last week, so I'm going to go with Pittsburgh at home, and Pittsburgh played well on the road, I think, last week, if I recall. I'm going with 24-20, 44 total points. I only give that because some people have if they're doing a pool, they choose that for the tiebreaker. Again, I rarely bet the spread. I did place a couple bets on Seattle to cover the spread this season, and they've done well. My best friend, the one that's I'm hoping to do a joint podcast from time to time next year and include his picks because he's been doing really well. I did beat him this week though, and I know he's going to watch this video, so yes, I'm rubbing it in, Perry. Anyway, I don't remember where I was going. Oh, yeah, he pointed out to me today that Seattle has been favored by the most points for a while now, and that they're finally getting taken seriously by national media. National media has an East Coast bias, so Western Conference teams in all the sports don't get as much coverage or play because they all go to bed before we finish our games sometimes, whether it's Monday Night Football or it's an NBA game that gets over at midnight or a baseball game that gets over at midnight. The Mariners and the Diamondbacks don't get nearly as much coverage. Now, the Dodgers do. LA teams still get play, but the smaller market teams, and I don't know why Phoenix is a smaller market team other than the fact that almost everyone here is from somewhere else. I'm a native. I'm that guy. I'm the one. Anyway, so that's my picks for the week. Hopefully, and I'll go over them one time quickly so you don't have to watch the video again. I have Tampa Bay, Cincinnati, Philadelphia, Houston, Chargers, Los Angeles Chargers, New England, Jacksonville, New York Giants, Chicago, Carolina, Rams, Seahawks, Niners, Cowboys, and Steelers. Probably should have just used the team name first. But anyway, have a great weekend and enjoy your family.